Namaste YouTube, welcome to CAFE ENOMA and welcome to our first time single take honest reaction to VANGELIS Chariots of Fire. It's a theme song, I'm assuming, and it's a request of our patron Levo.
Theme song from the movie
Chariots of Fire.
Chariots of Fire, yeah. I've heard of that movie.
I've heard,
though I
I
don't
know
think
a
I've
little
watched
bit
it.
of the movie as well. And as far as I know, Vangelis is an accomplished composer.
Yeah,
I've heard his name,
Vangelis.
his or their orchestra.
Not sure. I think it's
I
a
haven't
composer.
heard anything.
I think it's a modern day composer, modern classical music. And I may have heard this song. I'm not sure. Once it starts, I'll know because I have heard most of these
Classical pieces.
classical pieces from the movies. So at least the ones which are of older movies, I think this is a movie from the 50s or 60s by the looks of the poster.
No, Chariots of Fire
Okay.
is from 80s, maybe early.
80s? Oh.
Yeah.
Then I don't know.
I remember,
Then I
I
don't
think I watched it once, but it has been like ages ago. Maybe I was very, very young. It was based on a story of Olympics during the 20s.
Of Jesse Owen?
I don't know.
Of someone else? A big runner or something?
Yeah, it's about runners. Yeah.
Okay.
One is fighting the stigma and the other one is privileged to be part of things. Something like that. Two guys running in the Olympics. That's how much I remember, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have watched movies like that, haven't we? We've inspiring
A lot of
movies.
movies, yeah.
Saint Ralph comes to mind instantly.
Yeah, let's listen to this song.
Because that
and,
is,
yeah, we can
since you're
talk
talking about runners, then Saint
Saint
Ralph
Ralph is one
is
side.
a really good movie to watch.
Yeah.
Especially if someone is watching this reaction for those purposes, and watch Saint Ralph if you haven't already. It is a French movie. No, it's an English
No, it's
movie.
in English. It is
It's an English movie, but
Yeah.
I think it's a Canadian movie, so it's also in French for some reason, if I remember correctly. So Saint Ralph is good. Obviously, there are others. The greatest game ever played.
Shia LaBeouf, that's his name, right?
Golf.
Yeah.
Inspiring, isn't it?
That will
And,
suit this
and on the
story.
funnier side, Happy Gilmore.
That is golf again.
Yeah. Are there any cycling movies? The Crazy Boys of the Games, I remember. Fun movie though. Fun.
Okay.
Anyway, let's get started. Chariots of Fire for our patron Lebo. And you can check out our Patreon page to learn more about us and request a reaction, especially if you find our reaction to this one interesting. Let's get started. The link is in the description box below. Wow, whoever played the piano on this one is a master pianist, I'll tell you that. Love the piano playing.
Well, it won the Academy Award for it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I actually remember this once it started. It was a very popular ringtone on the Nokia phones when
That
it just came out.
ting.
Yeah, it was a very popular ringtone.
I didn't
No, it came along with the phone.
Okay.
Came along with the phone. Although I didn't set it as my ringtone, I kind of remember this tune from there. And also, I think I've heard it at the Oscar ceremony, Oscar award ceremony, a couple of times, played by the, the orchestra, the Oscar orchestra. I don't know what they're called. I think they have a name.
The music piece.
Yeah, so the conductor and the orchestra. So I think they have a
Live
name.
orchestra.
I think they have a name, but I'm not. I don't remember it right now. So I've heard it a couple of times at the Oscar award ceremony, along with other scores, especially when you go into a break or you're coming out of a break.
Right. This would be nice.
That's when this used to play. A couple of times at least I heard it, maybe more. So I'm assuming it's a very popular score from the movies that they played, at the Oscar awards. Now, when it's you're saying it's from the 80s or so.
Yeah, the movie is from the 80s, as far as I remember it.
Yeah, it felt good. Felt good listening to it. What about you?
Giving a feeling to the music, and that's what it's supposed to be for. When it came in the movie as well. I used to be a runner, at least during my school days. After that, after school, I kind of didn't pursue it much, but I was good at it because I got every time that I participated, at least was in top 3. I wouldn't lie that I was always the first one, but sometimes runner up as well, but in the top 3 among all the other participants. So it was one of my favorite sports and activities for me, and I had it naturally. I didn't really have to work too hard for it. As long as I got the flag on, first as the racer, I would make it. I would be first. It was more psychological for me. So I would be so anxious that if I didn't get it right, when they, on your marks, get set, go. If I didn't get that the first and somebody else went ahead of me, they just happened to get that right, then I wouldn't win it. I would be second or third. So it was all about me getting that go right. If I heard it first and I started it first, then I would win it. That's how it was. And when the music started, I could feel that. I have goosebumps even today thinking about those moments when you start the race. The way it started, it was a bit intense. A bit, when a racer starts, he's very anxious to get that right. Not about how you end the race, but for me, and I don't know how it goes with all the races, I haven't really studied much about it, but I feel to get that go correct, or to get that first thing correct when you start, get a lead in the race is very important. Psychologically, it plays a major role, because once you have the lead, you know how to maintain it. And some people, even after not getting that right, they have the confidence to get it later on. They know they will make it. Marathon runners are good at it. So I could relate to the music at that moment, the way it started. Very intense. It makes you kind of anxious, or depicts the feeling of that anxiousness that when you begin with the race. And but what I would have liked it to turn into towards the end, into glorious one, where I didn't find that kind of a glory in the music. It remained on the same level after that.
Yeah, it remained on the same level, and perhaps because the reason for that, if I had to just think of it as a movie producer or someone who's putting in the music or has a say in it, I think they're just used in bits and pieces. Scores and pieces like that of music are used in bits and pieces. So maybe 25 seconds, 30 seconds, and that's it. And then it fades out, and again it plays after half an hour. On the right scene comes along, again they'll play it. So I don't think maybe it's played in entirety at some point in the movie, maybe when he wins.
For the entire
or she
race,
wins. If it's about a winner's story, overcoming the odds and winning. So maybe when they finally win, and the poster seemed to suggest that finally he wins and everyone's lifting him on the shoulders and all. So that made me think it's maybe a 50s or 60s movie. So so if at that time the whole song is also played, it would fit in beautifully in the movie, because you're in that moment of celebration, and You know, those 2-3 minutes pass by, you don't really realize it. Good music also, and he's taking a victory lap of the stadium or wherever else the race has ended. You know, so they could fit in beautifully in its entirety then. But otherwise, I think it's made just for bits and pieces. You know, you have the Gladiator tune, which is very popular. You have the Titanic, score, which is popular. You have so many big movies, Lord of the Rings, and which you easily remember in this generation. Of course, most of the movies which have great scores I've probably watched and I've probably heard, but not this one, unfortunately. So the fact is that, it's all used in bits and pieces, you know. So you kind of connect with this being at that same level, but of course, when we are listening to it as music reactors and lovers and who listen to music, you know, the whole song part, we are not watching the movie now. So when we listen to it today, like we listen to it, definitely it's just one tune and just repeated 4-5 times, 6 times if I counted correctly. The same tune being repeated, and that's it. You get the tune. It's very catchy. You get it instantly. Tan 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 tan.
Yes.
Then a small twist. Tan 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 tan. Even singing it is difficult.
Sounds good.
Sounds good though, But anyway, that's what it is. That's what it was. So it's not something too difficult or outstanding. I wouldn't compare it to any of the classical music pieces I've heard. Definitely no classical music comparison
This
to this.
is modern.
It's modern classical music, I think. But definitely can't compare it to Mozart and Beethoven and Antonio Vivaldi and Tchaikovsky and the Philharmonic Orchestras of Austria at that time. You can't really compare.
It has a good orchestral sound to it, but it pales in comparison to the classical.
I like the pianist, to be honest. Very plainly, I enjoy the piano because I am a piano guy. So piano and violin are my favorite instruments. Having heard a lot of piano since I was born, basically, till today I listen to the piano. It's one instrument which has been with me more than the guitar, more than most people say the guitar and the drums. Most people will say the guitar and the drums. I'm not one of them. I'm someone from birth who's stuck to the piano and violin and heard a lot of it. So I do know a good pianist. Whoever played the piano in this one is definitely a master pianist. No doubt about it. But apart from that, nothing really stood out.
For running, would it make sense if this song, I'm just putting it together for you, was in Children of Heaven. I'm giving you the instance of Children of Heaven. Last scene and this music plays. Will it make it grand?
No, I don't think so. It would be okay. It wouldn't suit the culture.
It wouldn't suit that.
It was a Persian movie, Iranian movie.
I think,
Yeah, it wouldn't really suit, music from Iran would be best for that.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is one of the greatest movies again.
Yeah.
Of all time, I would say.
Again, I don't think we watched this. So
no, I'm talking about the other movies that we were talking in the beginning of the
Gladiator, Titanic.
Yeah. And also Saint Ralph is good.
Saint Ralph, one of the best movies I've watched.
For that reason, I also like The Greatest Game Ever Played.
Yeah.
It's done very well. For some reason, they did it very well.
Yeah, and it's also funny.
Yeah.
It's inspiring, but at the same time, it's funny. I like whatever
the
I remember
character of the caddy.
The caddy. I like the thing.
Yeah, it's cute at the same time. It makes sense. It feels good to watch it, and it's cute because of the innocent elements that they put in there. Yeah. You were talking about cycling movie or cycle race. We have a Hindi movie.
Yeah.
You can take a guess.
Yeah, I know. Jo Jeeta Wahi Sikandar.
An old movie.
One of the best movies.
One of the movies from 80s again, Yeah.
Probably, no, but this is cycling.
This is running.
This is running of some kind,
So that is different. Probably that is different. But it's epic on the cycle racing.
Yeah, inspirational.
Yeah.
Inspirational. There someone else has to step in,
at the end,
who's not ready to be the leader of the pack. But then he has to take that role because the brother is the main racer and he's had an accident. Excuse me. Yeah.
I don't remember, was that relay or he was supposed to do the whole thing?
Don't quite remember. It's been ages. I don't remember at all. It's been ages since I was that. It was what, 80s or 90s movie?
80s, I think, 80s. It should have been before I was born.
Oh.
Yeah, I think, if I remember it correctly.
Long time ago. When
Long
I was a
time
kid
ago.
then.
Yeah.
So I didn't watch many. Actually, in those years, the only movies that we would watch, Hollywood or Bollywood, were the ones that came on television, and it was only on weekend, evenings,
Saturday, Sunday.
weekend evenings and nights. So there would be 2 movies on Saturdays and Sundays. After a brief break of 1 hour or half an hour, I don't remember.
Yeah.
So there would be 2 movies. 2 would be Hindi and 2 would be foreign language or English, mainly English. So that was it. Apart from that, you had to be really wealthy, rich, had a lot of money to have a VCR, a video recording, a video cassette player to actually, watch movies. So our movies would be restricted to television and of course the theatres, which was again quite expensive in those years. So it's not that we could just go for every movie that played.
By the way, it was
Or that came.
for theatre movies. It wasn't even about the money. It was about the hoarding, the black ticket sale. Those days, it used to be so common. Later on, literally, the police departments had to start cracking down on the black ticket sellers because they would buy right in the beginning many tickets together, and the tickets would be sold out.
It's the same even in many parts of the US for basketball, baseball,
That used to be
and
ridiculous.
football games. It's nothing different even till today. It's still the same. Whatever I hear, whatever I've seen. It's the
They
same.
buy in black.
Not buy in black, but you do get it outside the stadium or the turn next to the stadium.
Right.
You always find someone who's selling it. Obviously, there must be a crackdown, but it still happens. So it's nothing different. In fact, here it's less now.
It's not
You
there now.
hardly-
It's not
You
there.
hardly find it. It happens at few theatres, but I think more or less
Do you
because
need
of
that? Nobody will go to that theatre because you can book things online.
yeah, because everyone books online now.
Yeah. In
Not
advance.
just for movie tickets, but basically concerts and
Everything.
everything where you need tickets, people book it online. Stand-up comedians and all that, plays and everything. Yeah. So what do you have to say about the music essentially? If you want to talk about it, how did it affect you? Did you feel nice listening to it? What was it like? Joy? Do you stick with what you said, that it's monotone and that was it? Just one level.
I like the tune. The tune is memorable. Da, 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 da. But only thing I missed that was the last bit should have been glorious. That I didn't get. I don't know. Many people may differ and they may say they find it perfect. But me putting myself in the shoes of a racer, because I've been one, and relating myself to the music directly. As a listener, it's good. It's good. It's a very good piece of music. It begins well, but because considering that beginning was given to the music, which was very intense, the slow start to it, I would have liked it to flourish and blossom into something big, like Phoenix. Yeah.
That's for sure.
That
I
didn't
wanted,
happen.
I
It
wanted
remained
some
there.
change, but then what we want and what is done, those are two different things.
Yeah.
So as reactors, definitely it was, I wouldn't say disappointing,
Yeah.
though that is the usual word I would say in cases like this. I wouldn't say it's disappointing because the pianist was excellent. Pianist stood out for me, so I wouldn't say it's disappointing. But yes, if considering you said it's an Oscar winner and things like that,
I
yeah.
think they won.
It's funny. It's
it
funny.
was there on the thumbnail.
I find it a bit amusing even that it won the Oscar for this. There must have not been any other good music in those
But
years
I think
for it to win
the
Oscar.
Oscar award for music isn't really the reflection of the quality much.
Yeah, definitely. not.
Movies
Definitely
are
not.
a part. Yeah, music it's not the criteria.
I don't think Saint Ralph has won the Oscar.
Yeah.
Neither the greatest game ever played.
No, they didn't.
And so many other good
They didn't.
movies.
They didn't.
So they have not won the Oscar. So
But they are still good. Yeah.
Certainly
So
movies.
Oscar awards is not the for me at least the parameter
Yeah,
for
and-
the greatness.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon won 8 Oscars also. So there certainly Oscars are not a reflection of the quality of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's
And I'm not a
definitely
huge
not.
fan of Slumdog Millionaire as well. Even though it was based on Indian story and all, I didn't find it.
If Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon can win 8 Oscars, certainly Slumdog Millionaire can do one better, right?
Yeah.
Or win the same. Was it the same or one more?
I think maximum
sure.
10 they got. 10.
Yeah. And in fact, the second part of it, which came out a couple of years ago,
The Crouching
I
Tiger.
watched it when it came out on Netflix or something. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Beyond or something. It was better than the first part.
You
for
found
me.
it better.
I found it better. The way it was done, the stunts, the cinematography, the music, everything was better.
Okay.
But no one even, I don't think people even know it came out.
Was that in Mandarin
Yeah, so
or
I
English?
watch a lot of movies, so I know.
Was that in Mandarin or English?
I think it was in Mandarin, but probably dubbed in English, the one I watched.
Okay.
Okay, that's it for this one though. Enough of a discussion.
Yeah.
Good song. Yeah.
Thank you for watching.